YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Trey back and hit you with a video. This video right here is about a dirty cop who basically tried to plant drugs on a black male in Columbia, Missouri. I think that's the name of the state. But anyway, you have this guy Lawrence Lawhorn believes that the Columbia police officer Chris Papineau and Ryan Terranova basically arrested him for allegedly possessing methamphetamine after spotting him in the streets and trying to conduct some kind of traffic stop. But I'm gonna read what this article says, then I will give my opinion also. It says Lawrence Lawhorn believes Columbia police officers Chris Papineau and Ryan Terranova planted methamphetamine in their patrol car during a recent arrest. They accused him of putting it there and charged him with possession of narcotics. You got to get something to stick, because I don't see a guy fighting this hard trying to prove that he's innocent, basically confronting this law officer while he's doing another traffic stop, which had nothing totally to do with him, as you will see in this video. This video was not about him, but he basically walked up on the cop that set him up and confronted him, which was the right thing to do. Put it out there in the open and have a camera recording, since you know the laws are stacked against all of us, and it don't matter what color we are. We all get not true enough, some of us be guilty too, but quite a few times a lot of people be innocent. They just throw charges on people. That's what you call stacking the deck, in other words. But anyway, let me finish. It says Lawhorn was under arrest for an unrelated incident, but was not going to take the possession charges lying down, which I don't blame him. Not content with waiting until his day in court to prove his innocence, Lawhorn confronted Papineau to his face in a Colombian parking lot. The entire confrontation was captured on video in what looks like a scene from the HBO's Wire. Now, for those of you who remember The Wire, the show about the Baltimore drug lords, you had Marlo, you had Omar, you had the guy that played on Above the Rim. I can't think of his name in the movie, but most of these characters was based on real life people. And The Wire really was a good show. It was just really intense, and it really showed you how gritty and how dirty cops can be when they want that money. And this is nothing new. We all hear this story. It's just different when you see a real live confrontation of it. That's when art becomes reality. So anyway, let me continue. It says, the guy says, "You are crooked. You planting drugs on me." Lawhorn told Papineau to his face, "I'm tired of you flagging us down, accusing us of being crooked." The officers claimed, "I didn't plant shit on you," Papineau said. Lawhorn said, "You did, and I got the tape to prove it." Lawhorn replied. The officer challenged that claim, saying, "Go ahead and prove it. You going down. That's all there is to it." And apparently angry, Lawhorn exclaimed, adding, "The next time you get violent with a citizen, you are going to be in trouble." He's taping. Lawhorn motioned to a friend who was recording nearby. And it's a great idea that he had his friend taping, and also good look out on his friend for standing by him, because a lot of people are scared of police. And not saying that you got to be violent with the police, but when you know you're right, you're right. I mean, it's either you do it that way, or you take your chances in court. And depends on where you at and your record or whatnot, you just might get hit with the charge even though you didn't do it. But you could tell that his Papineau, the officer that was getting basically ridiculed and exposed, you could tell his partner didn't want nothing to do with it, because his partner, I guess, is a good cop, and he probably already know that the guy's crooked. But at the same time, if you look at the other cop face, he had a smirk on his face the whole time, because he knew, basically, look, this guy's right, man. And the key for me losing my job, having, I can't feed my wife and kids, I'm just gonna walk away from it and let them two do it, settle their differences like men. And it's a good thing that the other cop didn't try to intervene or push the guy or nothing like that, because when it's something serious like that and you done already put a charge on this man that was bogus, you liable for a lawsuit now, all off the top, and also coercion charges and all that, because you're not performing your job the way you're supposed to. You're not giving these citizens the respect and admiration that they need. It's kind of funny that law enforcement says they deserve respect and they demand respect. But what about the people out here? We allow you to be law enforcement officers, because trust me, if the people just woke up one day and just said, "To hell with civilization and the hell with these rules. Ain't nothing nobody can do about it. You don't have enough guns. You don't have enough missiles in the world. So people allow themselves to be governed by these so-called principalities of authority, if you will. And for this officer to lie on this guy, plant drugs on him, and then have it on camera where he's telling the cop that he arrested him, but then he tell the guy to his face that he didn't. Like who's the arresting officer? So okay, we get this back and forth story, but he got caught up in his own lies because one thing about it, the record would show that he said that, and now he's saying he didn't say that. But at the same time, they're already conducting an internal investigation, and a lot of times I don't like these so-called quote unquote internal investigation because how are police going to police themselves? See, internal investigation should be an outside source that has nothing to do with regular police. It should just be on a federal level because anytime you have the city and the state and coercion and setting people up and planting drugs on them. Hell, I know guys that got drugs planted on them. I know guys that got charges thrown on them, didn't even do the shit. You see what I'm saying? I'm sure you all have also. But at the same time, these IA investigation, internal investigation, need to be done from an outside source. I don't believe in having the same people doing investigation that works in the same building, police department where the said cops that set the guy up works at. I mean, you see each other every day. You probably have personal relationships. You probably go to each other's house for barbecues and picnics. I mean, come on, we know the deal. I can go down a little deeper, but I'm not. But at the same time, these investigations should be done by our outside source. That way, it is no bias on the judgment. You won't be sitting there saying, "Well, I'm gonna have to, lie for my friend, or I'm gonna have to send them down the road because they're guilty." Then your emotions come into play. Then you're thinking about your friendship. You're thinking about their kids instead of being straight up justice. And like I said, big shout out to the guy friend for standing his ground. And if you all got some stories also, and if you didn't do something, you need to confront these people. However, you can do it. Just be civilized about it and use your mind and stop and don't be angry. And see, the guy, even though he was kind of upset, he handled himself very well. And the reason why I say that is because he was being kind of loud, but at the same time, he talking as a man. He don't supposed to be talking like no woman. You see what I'm saying? Not in that capacity, in any capacity. So what I'm trying to say is that he stood his ground. He spoke intelligently, and also everything he said was the truth. See, it don't matter what you say or how you say it, but when you talking about the truth, that truth gonna cut regardless. You could be loud, you could be quiet, and it was cutting that officer, and he couldn't do nothing but take it. And then if the officer really known that he was, if he didn't do nothing wrong, if he didn't plant the dope on a guy, he would have had something to come back to the guy with. But only thing he could tell the guy is, I'm I'm tired of you flagging us down, accusing us of being crooked. He's not accusing the whole Columbia Police Department. And anybody out there in Columbia, this is no offense to you all, whoever on the police department, he's talking about that one officer. Now, if it was 10, he'd be talking about that 10. If it was 20, he'd be talking about that 20. So let's don't start thinking that he's talking about the whole police department. But if there's any signs of corruption and it's being covered up by the whole police department, then it becomes the whole police department. Now, if they do their job and out this officer, and he should be arrested, because this guy was going to get arrested, a whole felony. And a lot of times, I guess in every state, if you get caught with meth, I mean, that's automatic jail time, ain't it? I mean, you're going to have a felony. I know it's like that with cocaine. So you mean to tell me that you was going to play with this guy's life, run a risk of sending him to prison, or just putting a strike on his badge, have him on probation? I offer you just to get a pat on the back. I offer you just to get good job, Chris. And see, this the type of stuff that we have to call out in this day and age. You see what I'm saying? Because there is no way you will ever have justice if the same people that's supposed to uphold the law are the crookedest ones. You see what I'm saying? Any day they wake up with a feather in their ass, they can go out there and pull people over. They have their picks and chooses. Well, I'm gonna let that car go. I'm gonna get this car. See, it's like a game of duck, duck, goose, if you know what I mean. You feel me? When you leave your house and you get in these vehicles, no matter if you're walking or not, you basically taking a chance. It's a chance you won't come home that night. It's a chance you might leave with no record, no criminal record, and come back with a felony. And you wonder how the hell you got it. You ain't never touched a bag of milk in your life. You feel me? You probably done smoked a little grass before or something like that when you was younger, but you ain't never did nothing like that, you know. So, like I said, good job to this guy, and also good job to the cameraman for standing his ground, because we have to let these police know that we demand respect also, and we would not let you set us up. We would not let you plant drugs on us. I wouldn't give a damn if it was a pack of cigarettes that you said I stole. If I didn't do it, god damn it, I didn't do it. You feel what I'm saying? And I hope you all feel the same way. Because trust me, they will lie on you and then try to get you to confess to some shit that you ain't never even did. You know what I'm saying? No matter, just like this, for instance. And this is what they do. They have what you call bullshit tests. Just say like if you did run a red light. We ain't gonna talk about nothing else. We're just gonna say something simple as a driving incident. You run a red light by mistake, or maybe you just thought you could make the yellow light. You know how you supposed to slow down when it get the yellow, but some people just speed up. So just say if you just hypothetically run that red light. Okay, they pull you over, make you get out. Then while you out on the bank with your hands on the hood, they go all in your car. You feel me? Now why ain't the body cam on then? Then they come out with a gun. It don't have to even be drugs. Oh, where you get this gun from? Because most time they already ran your license plate, especially if the vehicle in your name, so they can look up, oh, he's been to jail, he's been to prison. Okay, we're gonna put this gun charge on him. Because and then they have good memories, especially if you done sued them, or especially if you done exposed them, they won't forget. Just like you won't forget. So a lot of these people hold grudges against people, especially these people in these small towns. That's why you have to be really careful in these small towns, because there's only so many roads that you can dodge the police on. You shouldn't have to dodge them anyway, but for those who do. Now, if you're in a city, it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? Because you might see them, and you might won't see them no more till another 6 months or a year later. Depends on the size of your city and how you maneuver and they maneuver. But just say if you got pulled over, and it just for a red light, and just say you went to jail a few times for fighting, just fighting, nothing else, no stealing, no drugs, none, just for fighting. They pull out a gun, and all your fighting was misdemeanors. Now you got a whole gun charge, trying to dispute that, because they're gonna give the officer his so-called officer credibility, which means that they're gonna take his word over yours. And I don't understand what they mean when they say you're innocent till proven guilty. No, you're not. You're guilty till proven innocent. Because if that's the case, why hold an innocent person in jail and tell them to make bond, which is against the law? Because you denied your due process with the bail bond system. That's a scam. You need to read up on that also. That's a whole scam. You can't hold nobody in jail if they so-called innocent till proven guilty. Because number one, you said the key word is what? The first word, innocent. Okay, then why is these people in jail then if they're innocent then till proven guilty? Now if they flat out guilty, well, that's a different story. But the whole people in jail trying to make them make bond, denying them their due process, because you can get out there trying to get the paperwork or some money to fight your case. But you can't do it if you're in jail and you ain't got no money. You feel what I'm saying? So they're going to screw you all the way around the board regardless. But just say if they was to plant a gun on you and say that you did this and you ain't never even owned a gun, or if you do own a gun, it's damn sure not up under your seat. It's not behind the back seat, in that little crease area. So how would you feel? And then you have to fight these charges. They're gonna take you to jail, increase your bond, and hopefully you're not in New York, where you can't have a damn gun. I wouldn't even want to be nowhere I couldn't have a damn gun. No offense to nobody in New York. I'm just saying me personally. But anyway, let me know what you all think in the comment section, because this video right here is very crazy, and I hope you all share this video right here. And if you got family members that ever came to you and told you that they was innocent and that the police lied on them, you need to really talk to them, and hopefully you can direct them toward this video also, because a lot of time when people tell you some truth, some people lie, but quite a few times people be telling you the truth, like I didn't do it. Your word against the police, and 9 times out of 10 they take the police. But I guarantee you, in this case right here, they won't take his word. They're gonna try to hush this man up. They're gonna either pay him off, or we'll read about it later on. But good luck to him with his case, trying to get it all resolved, and good job for him standing up for himself. It's been your boy Trey. You like, subscribe, don't forget to share. I'm out.